Capricorn, to your New Year's 2020 forecast. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Let's jump in here and see what's going on with you. Hope you guys ended 2025 with a bang. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Best messages coming out for you is the 6th house, work, health, and duty of your life. Nice. This is where you're going to find new goals, setting new routines, going after, you know, that gym, budgeting, managing, feeling. There could even be some impulsive urges coming through this situation. I do have Saturn, the part of you that accepts the challenge to gain the wisdom, at the bottom of the deck over here. Ooh, with this beautiful first house, what people see and the impressions you give. So we do see that there's going to be a lot of, you know, limelighting in the situation. I can feel that, right? How people are looking to see. And we also have Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. So do have a lot of great things. It could be, you know, a little slow at first, but it does look like it's going to have its roots in a lot of self-awareness with this Uranus and first house. Yeah. But it also feels like there could be some lessons that are going to be learned around some certain situations when it comes to the challenge. So I'm liking that, guys. Okay. Let's get in here and see what's going on. In wintertime, starting from January to March, best message coming out. Best energy coming out is Saturn again. Wow. Urging that long time thinking and strict budget management. Accepts that wisdom. Putting in that Capricorn energy. Having that Virgo energy coming out as well. So you do have this Saturn, which is the part of you that accepts the challenge to gain the wisdom. And having that Virgo energy, the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So it does feel like this is the place where you're going to feel like you're really having things come together for you, and where things are, wow, there's going to be a lot of decision making. You just feel that, just like I have decision making to do. So what we have the bottom over here, we have the diplomatic and gracious, seeks harmony, balance, and relationships, and that Libra energy. Okay. Happy celebration. It does feel like you could be celebrating. I mean, you know, we just had that New Year's, right? We're going to have that New Year's celebration. So you could have family, fun, friends over, right? Yep. Getting past some kind of tower that you may have had in the past with new wishful thinking coming through. It does feel like there's going to be some impulsive urges with this tower here. Feels like it's encouraging some kind of maybe even honest conversation that you need to have with someone. It could be this Aquarius, King of Swords. I do feel like it's going to be more of a head over heart conversation. I don't feel like it's going to be this super tender conversation. I do feel like it's more like this needs to be done. It could be a boss role, more of a situation than a love situation, right? You could be telling the workers at work, hey, this needs to be done. You could be telling the kids, hey, I need this room cleaned up, right? And they just keep pushing that button. It feels like there's some kind of button that keeps getting pushed. Now I have to get really firm about the situation and really let them know this is where things are going to make a change. There is going to be a heavy change going on this year. And it's almost like you're putting your foot down to let them know things will not be the same as it was in 2025. This will not continue. Something of this nature, to where things will change. But I do feel like it could bring in this healing opportunity also to heal any kind of heartaches or wounds that were going on within the situation. So it's also about creating conflict, but also getting rid of any kind of self-limiting beliefs because of these newly formed ideas, these newly formed patterns. So the challenge that's really coming to light over here is how we're going to change things around with this honest conversation. It's all going to start with this honest conversation for sure. Absolutely. It's going to bring in the Fool over here. So you can see this here. Okay. And here's that honest conversation where it was creating conflicts and, the Fool. So it's like this is where the new ideas are coming together. It's consistent. It's a consistent, though. It's a consistent pattern. It's not something that was, you're like, no, I told you to clean your room. Clean your room. Oh, do it again. Oh, do it again. You see what I'm saying? So there's a new pattern. I like that though, because that's what the sixth house does. It brings in routines, it brings in patterns. So this is about where careful decision making is made, and new patterns and routines are also built and kept so that we can have the duties of our life. The duties of our life is I get up, I shower, I go to work, I come home, I take the kids to soccer, I make dinner, I pick them up, make dinner, shower, bed. You see what I'm saying? Watch TV, bed, whatever. It's this consistent pattern. And you're seeing this though, but it's almost like you want this and you know it's needed because something was awry, something was off. So this is going to be the new healthier, stronger you of 2026. I like it. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, I'm going to pick up some of these cards though. We're not going to need them all. Don't want to run out of cards for the other reading. So yeah, I think that's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Okay, and what do we have? In spring. Uh-oh. Neptune coming out. So having those longings and those yearnings, it's kind of like why I'm going after what it is I truly want, having that better understanding, daydreaming about what you want, using some Cancerian energy over here with the concerns of for your family, adapting to the journey, having these strong emotions, bringing in that productivity. I just feel like spring for you is going to be a place where you're just going to really start thinking about what it is you truly want and what you want out of the situation. It's going to start pulling on your heartstrings. There could be new love that's coming towards you. Let's see, do you have financial loss, needing poverty, insecurity? You might lose your job and you know that, I'm not feeling all that great. So, okay, so for some of you have some kind of job loss. You could feel like this is some kind of taking someone's bad advice. Somebody around you might lose their job. Maybe it's, loved one. Who knows, right? So it does look like you're going to have a lot of meditation, adapting to something new. It's almost like something didn't work, so, it's taken away. Or you're just like, I'm done with this shit. I'm mentally fatigued. There's a lot of distractions going on. It does look like you're going to be in a place of, waiting, patiently waiting for certain job opportunities, certain foundations to be stabilized. If it's not the loss of a job, it could be the loss of something. Okay, but it just looks like you're waiting for all of this to come back around for your benefit. Absolutely your benefit. That's exactly what it is, because you're waiting for ground zero. If you had a tower over here, you already knew that things were on, we're going, going bad. I was already going there. But now it just feels like you're trying to regroup yourself, trying to put yourself into new stepping stones, especially in the sixth house. You're going to try things again. It's like if you grew a garden and it died and that was the loss, you're going to have to regroup and do it again, right? Am I going to do it again? Am I planning on doing these things again, or do I want to do something different? And a lot of you, the routine didn't work. However, it is okay, because it just says it's not making the changes that I wanted. Okay. Going straight into summer. I'm going to get into this summertime. I do feel like it's going to be kind of challenging for you in the springtime. I feel like it's going to push you to the next level. Okay. Could be planning for some long-term success, but it's going to just be really slow as you're really waiting. So you're going to feel a little worn out. Okay. Going straight into summertime and fall, we do have Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. And then you have the 7th house of your long-term significant partners, romance, and family. So, oh, wow. Okay. Playing it small, sitting in the background for now. It just feels like you're trying to reach out. And I do feel like it's moving slow towards, what those rewards are that you're looking for. I do feel like it's a challenge, and I think that Uranus is challenging you this year, just plain and simple. I think you're trying to find the balance between what your desire is, where your success is, how you're going to get to certain places, needing that recognition. But I feel like you're going to sit in the background during summertime and just kind of, move through it. I do feel like there's a move through the situation. So I do feel like, you're going to find your footing and you're going to find these new opportunities. I feel like by the end of July, you're going to start seeing this steady flow of new opportunities, new things happening within the 6th house. New, job opening up. Your gym closed down, and you're going to get a new gym. You see what I'm saying? So I do feel like you're going to transform. The 6th house is also about a lot of routines. And I think that it's going to bring in finding the balance of the routines of where you need to be. And how you're going to expect these things to, to flow with you instead of just disrupt your energy and your routines. Because whatever was going on in the 6th house, there was a disruption, right? There's this loss. There's this place to where it just feels like it's not exactly where I wanted it to be. It doesn't feel as healthy. And for some of you, it might be health issues. So if you feel like it's a health issue, just know that you're going to start feeling better. Okay. Starting to feel better as that here goes the Venus to the Venus. So I do feel like you're going to start expanding in the way that you feel much better. Okay. And you're going to have that potential also for that career growth, for the abundance of everything. I like that because this is the potential of where you need it. Empress has it all. Love, money, joy, success, right? She carries it all. So it's wherever you felt like your upheaval is, she's going to bring it back together and give you this new opportunity, open this new door for you. I mean, 2026 is really bringing these opportunities for self-discovery and understanding of what's really going on around you. And I feel like it's also going to help you feel loved and seen and heard and valued. And not only just for the world, but also for yourself. Because I think that you needed to adapt to this journey so that it could change things around. And this fire horse really wants to come in and get rid of things that no longer serve you and really get rid of a lot of challenges for you. It starts with the challenge of the Saturn, and it's actually going to end, right? So I do feel like it is changing a lot of stuff for you, making you a whole new you. I've seen that with another sign too, where they were the whole new them. Who was that? Let me see. Whole new you. Oh, it was the building the new you. Oh, it was the Virgo Libra. Okay, that's who it was. So I was like, man, I was making me wonder if it was Capricorn, Aquarius. Bright ideas. Coming into fall over here with October, November, December, you're going to leave 2026 with new love affair, some bright ideas, finding some celebration, feeling like the whole new you, finding that flexibility within your life, new love life, ooh, or fixed love life, however you want to see it. Um, and you're going to feel like you have the perfect fit, like you finally found what it is that you're looking for within these certain situations. Oh my gosh, you have the Ten of Pentacles to the Death card. So renewing yourself for what it is you truly want. Yeah, you got a lot of wealth and a lot of adaptation coming through with new disciplined areas of your lives, new commitments. Just be careful because you have commitment and then you have overcommitment. So be careful not to overcommit yourself to somebody who brings in a lot of negative self-talk. I did see that too. Where'd that go? Here it is. Negative self-talk. Be careful of that. You know, if you're pushing yourself towards someone and they don't have the best self-confidence, just watch yourself. Don't let them bring you down. Okay. Within that certain situation, avoid chaos at all times. And you guys look great. You guys are adapting wonderful. I just love this for you. There's a lot of patience that's going on around here too. I don't see anything that says I'm overdriving myself because I'm impulsive or destructive. No, it's just like you're just like, let's do this. I'm in exploration and growth mode. Let's go. So there's definitely a huge growth here going on, guys. I really like that. I'm going to write that down. 26. A year of growth and clarity. Growth and clarity for sure, because you definitely are finding what it is you truly don't want to be challenged with that Saturn. I mean, just right out the gate during your birthday season, right? You're just like, this is mine. This is where I'm going to go. And this is my emphasis on what I want for 2026. And you guys are going there. Beautiful. I like it. See what the angels have to say, giving us angel numbers. You might already be seeing these numbers, and you might be seeing these numbers off and on all year long, right? Blessings in disguise. Obstacles, hardships, strengths, building character and experience. 444, 44, 44. Okay. There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you've been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. You guys got this. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? And that is not even a joke. I mean, you're definitely taking everything that you have, and I just feel like you're working with that fire horse to destroy things. You're like, and it's not going to, you're right, it doesn't work. So let the fire horse destroy it. And you said that like right off the gate. You're just like, it's shit. So let it go. And I'm going to rebuild. And it's almost like the more you're going with the universe on this, the more you're pushing everything together beautifully. You're not letting any excessive stubbornness that earth signs have, me being Taurus, I know, coming from the biggest stubborn of them all, right? You're not allowing the stubbornness to over interfere with the year. And I do like that. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be frustrated. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel some impatience. It doesn't mean you're not going to have some place, especially in springtime, where you're just like, fuck this. I throw in the rag. Fuck you all. I hate, you know what I mean? I hate this year. I hate you. Going to the garden, eat worms, bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And yes, I do feel that. But you will find that at the end of spring, it just has this miraculous boom, right? Whether you were negative about the situation or positive, it doesn't matter. It came out in front, because no matter what, that's what it did, because that's what that fire horse says it's going to do. You keep that in your head, and that's just the way it is, because it doesn't matter. That's what it's doing. And even if it's not in the end of spring exactly, because time is fluid, it's definitely going to start settling itself into summer. So if you don't see that fool in the end of May coming through June, since the end of June, right, is the end of spring, then you're going to see it definitely in 100 July. I can guarantee you, because you have that Venus coming in, and that Venus says, well, now I'm starting to fix things for you. And you're going to start seeing that. But you're also going to be sitting in the background. Remember, you're going to be sitting in the background watching that. And then all of a sudden in August, you're going to see this huge turnaround with this reconciliation of that Ace of Wands. And like I said, for some of you, if it's not August, it's going to be September, but I still feel it's going to be around the Lionsgate. I still think it's still around 8-8 Lionsgate to 8-16. I just feel it. And remember, your sister sign is Cancer. So yeah. And remember what the reading said for the Cancer full moon, or Capricorn full moon in Cancer season last year. I'm telling you, it wasn't just talking about Capricorn that year of 2024. It was also talking about Capricorn in 2026. Because remember, it was a full moon. And it was talking about waiting for the delays and also waiting for the new flexibilities and the new things to come around, where it's pushing and driving things around. That is because it's pushing you towards Capricorn 2026. See what's happening? The driving force. It's doing it. It is doing it, isn't it? It's doing it. And then watch what's going to happen in Capricorn full moon in July, right? For that Cancer season. I'm telling you, that's where it was going. That's where it was going, and that's exactly what it was doing. It was pushing everything for you. It was driving. It was the driving force for everything to happen. Yes, things were happening with it within the next 3 months of that reading for you in your sign itself, but I'm talking about the overall reading itself, not the signs part. I'm talking about the reading itself. Okay, so that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, I will see you next year. Bye-bye.